Hi guys, we are starting at exactly 4 p.m. my time. Um, I hope you can see the screen. If yes, please just respond on the chat. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we'll get started right away. Please, I will introduce myself and I want you guys to also introduce yourself on the group chat. It will be nice to know you, where you come from. I know a lot of introduction is already going on. That's cool already. I'm already motivated to meet a lot of new people as well. Um, yeah, so Adewale, and you can just call me Wale for short. You already see some of my messages on Slack. Um, I'm the founder of HackBio, and I'm the major convener. I'll be the lead mentor and I'll be the source of most of your problems for the next 4 weeks, presumably. In principle, uh, it's not problems, it's just trying to make you get better at a skill you've decided to learn. Uh, not in a bad way, but yeah. I hope to achieve my goals of improving your skills. Okay, so with me today we have the mentors. I don't know if they're already on the call, so I'll just move straight into when it's time to introduce them. Probably they would introduce themselves, and you definitely meet them as the internship goes on. Okay. First of all, welcome to Coding for Bio. So it's organized by HackBio, and it starts today. So first of all, we love to know you, and we always play a game. It's a very simple game, right? Um, there is always a marker on your computer or on Zoom where you can annotate. If you don't know how to do it, then it's not compulsory. It's just something for fun, right? So mark your location where you are from in the world. Try to mark it on the map where you are currently located, not your country of origin. So for me, I'm currently located in Germany. It's somewhere around there, if I'm correct, center of Europe. Um, let's see where most of the people on this call are coming from. Okay, some people are located in the ocean. I find that weird. Uh, okay, there's a lot of okay, there are other people in Germany and Europe as well. That's cool. Some people from Nigeria, some from North America, a few Africans, Northern African as well. Okay, I think that's cool. It's already cool. Okay, Richard is also here. Richard, you get to introduce yourself very soon. I can also actually see the flag of India. I wonder who is living in the Pacific Ocean. It's weird. But yeah, I think that's enough, guys. I'm going to clear all the drawings. I'm going to save this as a screenshot, and then we proceed. So enough of the drawings, please. Please, enough of the drawings. Um, I'll just put it in random right now. And, you guys can have fun with the rest. Okay, enough of the drawings. Thanks everybody for participating in our little game. We have other games coming up, so yeah, don't worry. You get to play a lot of games. Okay, so what's HackBio? HackBio is basically a learning platform that tries to equip life scientists with modern technology skills and opportunities that are required for career progression. So the end goal is not to just get a certificate. I'm sorry. If you are here for a certificate, you will get it for sure, but that's not our goal. It doesn't make us happy. Our goal in the end is that you move to the next level of your career. Probably you are still studying, right? That's fine. But in the end of the day, you are able to come back to the skills that you've learned here when the time is right, you can move on to bigger and more advanced stages of your career, especially if you want to continue in life sciences. We've also noticed, interestingly, that uh, a lot of people from HackBio have transitioned to non-life science careers, including tech, just because they learn a lot of coding from here. And of course, this time around, we are actually teaching coding. So they migrate to software engineering roles as well. So feel free, just meet new people, and you don't know the next phase of your career. We hope we can impact your stories. We hope we can give you good trajectories and clarifications after you finish this internship, and you can become a better person for yourself. Okay, so our goal basically is to transform life scientists into skilled personnel that can take on jobs in industry and academia. Okay, so we've been doing this in the past for over 5 years now, close to 5 years. We'll be five this year. So, a lot of our interns in the past are now working or are enrolled at various universities around the world. Actually, this is from last year. It has increased again, actually. Um, we'll definitely update the image, and I hope I can also add your next company or your next university in this chat. Okay, let's talk about the internship. Enough of the how do I say preamble. So this internship, it's coding for life scientists, okay? And the core thing we are going to be doing is basically coding, right? Um, you'll be doing Python and R. So we've seen a lot of questions on which language should I use, which specific what's it called? Learning track. Don't worry. We're talking about that very soon. But basically, this internship is basically to help you master coding, not just at the beginner level, but to at least intermediate or close to advanced level where you can actually use it to do interesting and real projects. Okay. You'll be working with a lot of real data sets that we've gathered from a lot of our colleagues, our friends, our collaborators around the world. So please enjoy them, enjoy the analysis. It's going to take you back to a lot of your basic biology, and you have to understand your basic life science or chemistry sometimes, because there are also a lot of drug uh, discovery data sets. So I'm looking forward to a lot of your discussions and innovations and teamwork. Okay. Yeah. So this is the curriculum. So irrespective of what you are doing or where you are or your specialization, we only have one curriculum for everybody, and that is you start with the programming syntax. You learn the syntax. So you just have to pick either R or Python, right? You don't need to ask us which one should you choose. Okay, if you want to do the two, it's fine, but we advise that you pick one, because learning the two is it's not a waste of time. It's just I don't think it's needed, because once you know one, you can easily migrate to the second one. So you just have to pick one programming language, and our goal is to show you that you can solve any, if not all, computational biology problems. Please, you can stop the drawings. If not all computational biology problems, as long as you know any of these two languages. As long as you know any of these two languages, okay? So we start with programming syntax. How do you speak programming language, right? How do you write it? It's just like any human language, right? Maybe in French. Uh, okay, don't let me go to it. I've forgotten my French. Anyways, the key thing is that we learn syntax. That's how to speak. We learn functions, how to be a little bit more mathematical, not exactly mathematical, but to conduct a lot of operations at a functional level. You learn that. We do a lot of visualization and statistics, right? And then we proceed to machine learning. But then we are going to be handling basic machine learning, because the goal is to just learn basic programming, right? No, not basic, intermediate programming skills. Machine learning is going to push you harder, right? It's going to push you harder. So each of this content is just 1 week. You have 1 week to learn and complete a project. It's not so hard. We promise you. We've made it very, very simple. And we see if it's getting too hard, you just let us know. We give you a breather and then you continue again. Yeah. So a lot of people have asked us also, is this a class? Is this a tutorial? Do I have to come in the morning, wake up, come to class? No. Is this a workshop? Is this a boot camp? No, no, no. This is just your like work, but it's remote work, right? It's 100% online and remote, just like remote work, you can just join anytime. You can do your remote work anytime of the day. Okay, we have 167 participants. That's quite a lot. Okay, so you can do your remote work at any time of the day. So this is not a class. It contains classes. We have some classes that we will do, for example, but we don't call it classes. We call it mentor meeting. That is, you meet with a mentor and he or she would explain to you specifics that you have to learn or description of the task will guide you ahead before you start the task. I will talk about that later. And then you proceed to solve the task. If you have questions and challenges, you take it back to him. He can help you, right? So this is not a tutorial. It's not as if we provide some. It contains tutorial content, right? Because we do something and we expect you to reproduce it sometimes, but it's not just a tutorial. There is other human aspect. There is also a lot of extra projects. Nobody will give you a project in a tutorial session. It's not a workshop because it's not just projects. You have to talk to people, you have to work in teams. So it is work. That's the best description we can give it. So it's work. Whatever you do at work, you do it here. You meet people, you solve problems, you work on projects, you, yeah, you talk, you give feedback, you get feedback, you help others. I think that's what work is all about. So yeah, that's the best description we can give it. And I think if you give it a very good shot, if you put in good amount of effort, we've seen a lot of good results out of it. A lot of people come out. From the last internship we had, we have had at least two preprints publications. We have, I think so far we have had 5 people who got scholarships. I can't remember the numbers now. We've had 5 people who got scholarships at different universities around the world. We've had people who got new jobs, right? So it's not child's play, right? It's actual hard work, and if you put in the good work, you get good results. I can promise you that. Okay, so here's our structure. Uh, so like I said, there's classes, but then we call it learning, right? So you learn, then immediately you learn, you start to implement what you've learned. It's learning by doing. You learn, that is, someone does it for you, then you repeat it, then we now give you a project or a task on top of that that you have to do that is very similar to what you've done. We can't give you word for word, right? But we give you something on that is a little bit hard, and then you can learn it. Stop marking my screen, guys. Okay. Then you solve all of these tasks in teams, right? Uh, so one of the good things about this internship is that you have to work in teams. Um, I know some people are introverts like me, but I think the word is it's no longer. I mean, we have to create better communities to encourage more introverts and nerds and geeks, but uh, as it stands, you have to still get out. You have to still be able to communicate with others. It's a skill for life. It's not just a skill for this internship. You have to learn to communicate with others. So please encourage yourself to work in teams. If you want to really work alone and you think you cannot just work in a team, feel free, okay? Feel free. But you know, you are solving all the problems on your own. You are facing all the challenges on your own. I mean, in the end, if you also finish the task, yeah, you feel happy that you solved it and you know everything. But yeah, it's also good to share with others, to learn from others, also just learn about their culture and meet new people. Fun fact, a lot of people have met their life partners on this internship that they got married. I don't like to, I don't have the permission to share a lot of details, but yeah, I can tell you that at least I know three people that got married. So, and they were just on the same team, right? And it started from there. So please, don't, how do I say, motivate yourself to work on teams. And then, yeah, you always get feedbacks. I will talk about how to get feedback. It's very, very important in this internship. Always strive to get feedback. Always get, if you are stuck on something, always get someone to solve it for you. Okay, so here's our structure again. So assume it's a field football play, right? And they are playing against HackBio's tasks and projects. So here are you guys, the um, interns. So the admins and the mentors, we are on the sideline and we are trying to give you help. We are trying to give you the tactics, the skills to solve the tasks. Now, this playing field is Slack. Then uh, you learn on this website. I will show you more details about this very soon, definitely. But yeah, here's where you learn. So it's more like a game between HackBio's tasks and you guys. So you have to solve the task to proceed to the next stage, right? It's like a competition. If you solve the task, you proceed to the next stage, and it's actually a lot of fun when you proceed to the next stage. Um, I hope you enjoy it. Here are some of the key links that you need. So you are probably already on Slack. I hope you're on Slack. If you're not on Slack, then you should not be on this call itself because the call and the link to this call, the Slack link, everything has been sent to you via email. The mentor meeting link, actually, it's still the same link for joining this call. Just bookmark it on your PC and always reuse it anytime you call for a meeting. It's probably always open, so you can probably use it. But I wouldn't say, yeah, I wouldn't say you should always use it any how you want, but it's always open. So anytime you have a meeting link, don't use it for. I'll probably block it soon. Yeah. So, but this link is always available for mentor meeting, and yeah, please take note of that. Bookmark it somewhere on your computer. So the learning space, which is internship.thehackbio.com. I think I have to talk about that. Yeah. I'll quickly talk about, I think, Richard, are you able to talk about Slack? I don't know if you're there. Mm. Hi, Richard. I don't know. Oh, okay. Sorry. I have to make you co-host. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about it if you.
Sorry, can you speak louder? We can't hear you. I mean, I can't hear you also.
Okay. Is it okay now?
Yeah, I can. It's getting better.
Oh, okay. I said you can talk about it after your
You mean I
presentation.
should talk about Slack, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
then.
should, there is enough time.
Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. By the ways, Richard is one of the mentors, and he will be here to help you guys. Let's put it that way. Okay, so yeah, that's actually good. Yeah, we have three mentors for this internship because it's just Python and R, beginner level to It's just Python and R. So we have Richard, we have Afolabi, we have myself, and we also have Abdul, who is always on the back end solving your computing problems and always giving you more compute power, always giving you more, always building the website, basically. Whatever you face there is his problem. So find them around on Slack. They will probably still introduce themselves on Slack. So yeah, I think some of you have met Richard already. So yeah, feel free and engage. So yeah, this internship is fully teamwork based, right? 4 stages, definitely, and it's all in 4 weeks. 4 tasks as well. Then it has multiple projects. However, we should mention now that the projects here, especially the final projects, are not for publications. I would say not because they are not worth publication worthy, but I would say because they are too tiny for any journal to accept. You can publish on Substack or on Medium, but I would say they are not publication level, except you find something really, really amazing, right? I'll be glad to have it also. Um, okay, before I go here, I would just quickly go over Slack. And if you have questions, yeah, you can also drop it on the chat. But before then, I hope you can see my screen. It's a little bit tiny. I'll do something. Settings, I'll change the appearance. I'm trying to increase the font of my accessibility. Okay, I'll make it 125 for now, or 150, even better. I hope everybody can see my screen. So you will notice that I have more channels than you do. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. So the first thing on the workspace is to always come to Nucleus every day. Nucleus is the center of uh, the cell. So everything happens in the nucleus, or it's the brain. So yeah, everything happens in the nucleus. But you cannot post on the nucleus because I did not give you access, or we did not give you access to post on nucleus because you're not an admin. Only admins can post here. So please uh, always come to nucleus for information. Always come to nucleus for information. Yeah, I think a lot of you already using introduction. I've seen a lot of nice people here from all over the world trying to engage and interact and introduce themselves. Help channel is your best friend. If you're stuck, come to help. If you're unclear, come to help. Sometimes even fellow interns can help. That's the cool thing. Even fellow interns can, because not because sometimes it's not always technical issues. It's just you don't know the link to something. You don't know the record where a recording is located. It's just you don't know where something is. You don't know the last instruction that was passed, right, via a video. So always come to help. Somebody would always help you. Even if it is technical, interns can also help if they are sure they know what they are doing. But yeah, it's come here. I want to emphasize it. Please use the help channel. I'm probably always on help channel. I rarely even use Nucleus except I want to announce something. So help is where you get help. Please use it, right? Um, Random is for random things like this, right? Resources, if you have opportunities, if you have uh, interesting workshops or scholarship that you think everybody on the call can benefit from, on the internship can benefit from, feel free to post it here. So by default, when you come in, God, yeah, okay. Yeah, thanks, Richard. Yeah, so by default, everybody comes to stage zero. Stage zero is the starting point. You would understand when you start your Python course why we started from stage zero, right? So we have everybody's here, right? Everybody's here. So please don't post on the stage channels. The state channels just tells you where you currently are. That's all. Then status, you probably have seen some messages on here. So status is basically your, how do I put it? Status is where you get updates on your submission. I don't know why. So you are going to submit projects. That is when you solve a project, you submit to a platform. We will show you very soon. And when you submit, the platform is going to come back here and tell you, okay, this is the status of your submission, whether you've been promoted or you've been. If you see a red HackBio logo, then you've been rejected. Your submission was rejected. If you see a green one, your submission was accepted. Okay, yeah. So ignore test. It's not for, it's just a test while we're building the platform. Um, One more thing. Yeah. For the people from Lagos, not from Lagos, from Unilag, especially, we have students from University of Lagos that I'm going to do something by the way. So we don't expect everybody to join this. I'm going to make it a private channel. Yeah. So if you are from Lagos, we will add you to this place because they have a peculiar issue, right? With the university academic calendar. But then we found a solution to it, and then we are going to solve it for them. Okay. That said, I'll go back to, oh, there's one more thing on Slack. We sent you some notes on how to use Slack. It's a lot of information, right? So uh, just go back and rewatch the video. We'll share with you. Yeah, we'll share with you. Just go back and rewatch the videos. So one more important thing on the workspace to help us with coordination is always use a tag. It's like your ID card showing your status on the workspace. So if you see my name, it's an admin. I have an admin status. Unfortunately, uh, we don't allow you to be an admin because you're not an admin. But for interns, we have 4 stages. Um, sorry. So we have 4 stages. So to say, you have to always select your status. If you're on a computer, you come to your image or your icon, and then you click on admin, or if, for example, you have stage 0, stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3, you just pick one of them. For example, if you are stage 0, everybody is stage 0 now. So please save. And yeah, so I'm currently in stage 0, right? It's something you do manually yourself. It helps to know where you are currently and to know how I can help you immediately, right? So you save. Yeah, so basically that's all. And another thing, we encourage you to use a single word username, right? Use a single word username. Why? You are working on 3 platforms at the same time, and all the 3 platforms are communicating with each other. However, probably some of you that are already into computing, you know that spaces create an issue. If you have a space between, for example, let's go to introductions. Yeah. So for example, I'm not calling you out. I'm just using you as an example. This is Peace Okwade, right? So the space here is probably going to be an issue when the systems are communicating across each other, and it may not be able to identify you. So in that case, you have an issue like, let's see. Yeah. So you see it's calling my name, Wally, right? But in this case, it's unable to call this person that I flagged here because it's unable to recognize the username. So please, we encourage you to use a single word username, please. A single word username. It's very simple. Just try to use it. A single word username. We also try to connect to your email, the email you used to register, right? But sometimes it fails. It's Slack does not permit us to do a lot with their API. I mean, we can still do a lot, but Sometimes it's not so direct. So please use a single word username and use a consistent email across board. It helps, right? It helps, especially when you start submitting projects. Everybody will get promoted and you remain in stage zero. I'm sorry. um, yeah, guys, please stop marking my screen. Okay. Basically, that's everything here. So set your username, set your status, and of course, try to always reply in threads, right? Reply in threads. So for example, I go to help and someone asked, hello, blah, 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 biochemist, I'm eager to learn. I need help on the kind of equipment. So you realize that Richard responded under the threads, right? He did not respond directly vertically. It responded horizontally under the threads just because it helps to organize the flow of thought, right? If you are typing and another person types in the response, another person asks a question, it becomes very difficult to follow up. So just it's a community. So try to use it to your own advantage. It helps for you as well to come back in the future to understand what was going on or the question you asked clearly. Okay, I hope I have tried to explain a lot of the things. Yeah, yeah, okay. So one way to avoid frustrations in the internship is to use help. Okay, contributing and completing your task when due, especially if you're working on a group. We try to use the group thing because it helps to have a system that does not make it feel like you are alone, right? So then try to be respectful to everyone. If you try to be insultive and your the issue is escalated to us, we will take actions. I'm sorry, we will take very serious actions. Work with your, in this case, mentors. I should have corrected it to mentors. So work with your mentors and ask questions, please. I think that's the only thing you need in many cases. Just ask questions. We know that you are beginners. So we expect that you don't, by default, we don't want you to know anything from the scratch, but some of you probably do know a few things. So please ask questions. Nobody can shame you for asking questions on our platform. If anybody does that, we'll probably eject the person out of the internship. So please don't be shy. A few more things to take notes. Why you should take the internship seriously. You are going to learn a lot of things, bioinformatics and genomics and coding in this case. You are going to prepare for graduate schools, jobs or applications. Uh, you also gain invaluable project and research experience that you can actually put on your CV. We don't give you things that are useless or that you can't show off out there. So you also solve actual problems in health and medicine. I think from the people from the last year's genomics and cancer internship had a lot of showcase. In fact, I was so impressed when I saw a lot of their showcase. So, yeah, lifelong networking and bragging rights. Then learn about other people. We have cultural events coming up as well, so you can get to know about other people. Yeah. So I think I did this already. Why is it appearing twice? Okay, this was a mistake. Anyways, I wanted to announce something to the students from University of Lagos that we have a form for them. They probably have seen it, especially if you are a cell biology and genetics student in 300 level. So please, you will fill a form just because they have exams starting very soon. And so don't think it's a special treatment. Of course, it's special treatment for them because we have a student campus ambassador network with them. We would get to your school very soon, right? We are just starting out and they are the first and they are enjoying this kind of special treatment because we know them and we know the people uh, basically, if you're interior level, I think so. If it is not CBG, if you're interior level, just let us know. Okay. You fill the form and we respond to you. Yeah, setting up again, you need Zoom, you need GitHub, the instructions will be sent also. You need Google Drive. If you have a Gmail account, you probably have Google Drive, and then you need Slack, please. Again, remember to fill the internship acceptance form. I'll quickly go over it. It's a lot of instructions, right? But just go back and watch the video. It's not so much. So you have the internship acceptance form, you fill your personal information, the email you use for, so please use a single email, right? I hope you guys have not forgotten your credential. I really do hope so. The last internship, we had a lot of issues, right? And I hope you have not forgotten. Um, what's your highest level of education? Tell us your field of study. So for the learning track, it's not a rigid section, and feel free to change as you feel see fit, okay? In the end of the day, you are going to do all learning tracks, right? So when you advance, you are going to solve more than one project in a week. That's why you need a team, and everybody on the team must be working. You are going to solve more than one task. You are going to solve tasks in cell biology. You are going to solve tasks in biochemistry, microbiology, plant science, neuroscience, psychology, immunology, anatomy, physiology. I think these are the ones I remember right now. Sometimes it's not everything in one week. Sometimes you do like six of these possible learning tracks in one week, and then another week you do another six. So it's just a lot of expansive opportunity to learn from multiple fields. That's why you need a good team. You need to find it. You need to develop, and you need to, and to get a good team, right? It's from you. It starts with you, right? Try to actively contribute to the teams, right? Um, Nationality. Um, Tell us your country. We love to know. I think so far we have about 20 something countries already on the call. That's very cool. I'm happy to meet people. And this is a very good motivation for me to organize the cultural events because I love to know people from different places. And tell me something interesting about your culture. Yeah, what are your internship goals? Show us your LinkedIn profile if you have an X account. Uh, what are your primary goals for this internship? And I've been seeing a lot of people, about 14% of the people on the internship, have selected love. We'll see. I'll come back to this in the future and we'll see where that goes. What specific areas or skills are you most interested in? So please just let us know. Please fill in the um, badge of code of honor. It's something that we take seriously, right? It's our way of ensuring that everybody on the call, on the internship is responsible, right? Yeah, thank you for completing the form. So that's basically it. So don't bother so much about the learning tracks right now because you are going to do all the learning tracks, all the learning tracks. Everybody's going to do it. You are not escaping it. Okay. The final thing I want to quickly go over is how to where to access the learning resources. You have to start learning. The internship starts today. In the meantime, if you have questions, please drop them in the chat box already. Please quickly drop them in the chat box because we're already running out of time. It's supposed to be a 1 hour call. And I wanted to use 30 minutes to take questions and answers. Um, so yeah, so this is the internship workspace now. Before now, you probably did not see these two things, coding for life sciences Python and coding for life sciences R. They are two different, I'll say, courses because they are separate. We can You can't possibly be teaching two things at the same time, right? We have to just pick one. So, but all you just have to do once you're here, I hope you have registered and created an account. If you have not, um, please do. And if you have any errors whatsoever, just let us know. There are two possible errors and we fix them. So let's get started. Actually, I'm logged in. So I'll just create an account. sorry, I created an account already, and I can log in, and you can see that you can either take Python or R. Everybody has access, so don't worry. You can quickly preview. Sorry, who is marking my screen? Can this person stop marking my screen? So you can either pick Python or R. For the first week, you can try either of the two, and you will realize they are basically uh, the same. I mean, in terms of if you're an English speaker, you will understand they are not so different. It's basically speaking English in both cases. And I want to show you that you can use both to solve probably anything. So if you launch, for example, you have a lot of content. um, it's quite a lot. But the cool thing is, apart from this part, so my screen is quite expansive. Maybe on your screen it's a little bit smaller. Mm. So you read a lot of things. So it tells you, you also have simple instructions to follow. So we do not put any videos. It's just, I don't know if you've taken a course on Duolingo. It's just text. And then we tell you what to do. So now we have a cool interface for coding. Now, you don't have to install R or RStudio or Python on your computer. It's a good thing to actually know how to do install later on. But for now, we don't want you to, because we've seen a lot of people talk for 2 weeks on just installation. Okay, so we want to avoid this kind of issues. What you just have to do is to create an account, and then you have access to this. So let's say this is a Python course, but yeah, so I'm going to print hello world. Okay. I'll change my coding language to Python. I hope you guys can see it. In this case, I'm changing my coding language to Python. Can I increase my zoom? Yeah, actually I can. So I'll change my coding language to Python, and then I'll run the code, right? So it prints hello world. In principle, if I also change it to R, the same code actually works in R. Some things in R and Python are basically the same. But you will notice that in R, there is a little bit of square brackets around it, right? So basically, this is how it works, right? And for example, I don't know. So let's try to plot. Sorry, I just plot 1 on R, right? And so instead of having a terminal output, you have a plot output. The cool thing is that uh, the cool thing is that you sorry, I forgot what I wanted to say. But yeah, you can generate your plots, you can switch your coding languages as you want. Python and R are already here, so you don't have to install. I find that question strange. There's no need to install it anymore. Um, yeah, and then please ensure to mark as complete. You get a cool sound, which we just designed for you. Okay. Yeah, so just follow suit. So, but the thing is, the default language is R, but you should remember to always change to Python, otherwise it's not going to switch for you, right? So it generates plots, it can generate. We we anticipate that there might be challenges at some point, but please let us know, right? We've tested it on our own, but when I'm testing it, it's different from when a beginner is testing it. It's completely different experience. So please let us know if you face any challenge. We would be happy to help. We'll be happy to help. Okay. So so there are internal projects within here, but these are just projects for you to be happy, right? For you to feel like you are achieving something. We will post projects on stage zero, Okay. We'll post projects on stage zero. Right? So we'll post the projects on it. So the projects here are just progressional, right? It's just internal here. It's not counted as part of your progress on the internship. So we'll talk about project submission tomorrow. Tomorrow evening. We have another call tomorrow evening, right? Um, yeah, so it's a lot of content, but as you can see, it's just very short content, right? This is everything, right? And one interesting thing is that you can ask AI, right? Right on here, right? You don't need to go out. Um, for example, I'll just copy this code. I don't encourage you to just be copying and pasting. Sorry. If I say, I'm just, okay, I'll just put this. And so see, I'll just paste it here and I ask AI, right? So it gives you an hint. Mostly, it doesn't tell you the solution. It helps you to think through the process. It doesn't exactly give you the solution. So please, the reason why we did it this way, I know you can go to ChatGPT. I know you can go to DeepSeek. I know you can go to whatever Claude, whatever language model is out there now. I know you can go there. But the point is that you learn the process, right? If you learn the process, if you come back now using Claude, it's just going to be faster, right? If you learn the language itself, it's going to help you to solve, to be able to have a foundation that you can use to solve more problems. If you're using Claude to solve this, Claude has the knowledge, but you will not get the knowledge. Okay. So we encourage you to please use use our AI because it's hint based. It doesn't give you the direct solution. It helps you to think through the process, and then yeah, you'll be able to enjoy your learning, right? So I'm already seeing a lot of questions, and for now, so also there will be a certification page, but that will be towards the end of the internship. Your capstone projects also are not here. The reason for that is we don't want you to go to the project and start solving them. We want you to go through the process. When the time for project is here, then you do projects. Okay. Yes. Okay. I see Richard has also been helping me to answer a lot of questions. So I will not take the questions he has answered. Okay, I'll stop sharing now. Oh, why did I close that? Sorry. I think it's the dashboard. Yeah. Okay. I'll just leave this open. So also R if you open it so that people that want to try R would not feel cheated. Um, yeah. Let's see if we can, for example, plot a pie chart for bacterial resistance, and then if you run the code, yeah, so it generates the plot for you. But try to understand every step in the contents so that you don't uh, uh, get lost. Okay. Um. Okay. I'll just quickly go over the. Sorry. I'll quickly go over the questions, and if you have any urgent questions, please you can post them now. We'd love to answer them. ChatGPT or DeepSeek. Yeah, don't let it do everything for you. I think I like Richard's response. So some people are having issues with logging in. So there are two possible issues. Just okay. If I'm trying to create an account, so there are two possible issues. You are probably not enrolled for the internship at all. So, for example, this is so there are two possible problems. Either you are using your email is not even registered for the internship. And if you receive the emails, then you are registered. So that's out. So probably the email is case sensitive. So you have to make everything in small letters, please. Everything has to be in small letters. And your username should be a single word. Like we said, it should be a single word, not double words. I think many people are typing full names. So please make it a single word because we need consistency across three platforms. Okay, we are sorry we are taking you through a lot of stress, but yeah, we just need that consistency. It's a thing in bioinformatics, okay? Sometimes you maybe some of you are experienced, or sometimes the way some people write chromosome 14 is CHR 14. Some people just write CHROM 14. Some people write just 14. And if you are not consistent across this thing, you can't migrate to another step in the pipeline analysis. I'm just giving you an example of a case where we are already building you to prepare your mind already for what life in bioinformatics is like. Okay, so we are sorry, but yeah, this is the reality going forward. Okay, but then if you still have issues, just send a screenshot of the error you are facing. Yeah, and screenshots also help. Send a screenshot and then you get a solution. Can I practice? Can we also install Python? Yeah, you can install on your computer and practice on it if you want. How would we get the? Yeah, you get the link on Slack, definitely. Is there any chance of having publication within the team? Like we said, the data you are going to analyze is not publication because most of them are extracted from existing publications. So we don't think you should publish it because someone has already published it. It's not new anymore. And again, it's a beginner internship. The point for this is not to publish. By May, we will have another internship where you can actually work on hard projects that you get to publish. And publication is not easy. So I'm not scaring you off, but I'm just saying uh, we don't have preparations for this internship. It's beyond our scope, like scientists will say. We should choose only one language. Yeah, I will advise you pick only one language. Will it be available? Definitely. Please share the link for this course. It's not visible on my dashboard. Strange. Send a screenshot of what you are seeing. Just to be sure if I get it right, we need to finish the basic project in the platform to get to the next stage, and the other projects in Slack are optional. No, the one in Slack is not optional. The one here is the one optional. That's Alison Diaz. The one here is optional. That is, you don't have to do it, but we encourage you to do it because it reinforces learning. But the ones on Slack are the most important ones. They are the most important ones. Probably I should just change it from project. I should not name it projects so that you don't get confused. Yeah, about the calendar. The calendar, I'll correct it. The calendar is correct, but the dates, I think the date was arranged for another month. What is your task for this week? Watch out. In a few minutes, you get it. Both are good. You should see what suits you. Oh, okay. Can we refill the intention if you can't remember? No, don't refill, please. It's only a single time filling. We can get the key phrase for you. But it's not time for submission. So yeah, you don't need to bother about it yet. Which language is good? Try the two. I think this is my answer now. You we I just we so the point is we want to show you that either you choose R or you choose Python, you can solve a problem, any problem with it. And we are going to give you problems in all possible fields of biology right now that we can lay our hands on. If you think we are not covering your field, let us know. But we are going to give you lots of problems. Sorry, lots of challenges. Problems doesn't sound right. We are going to give you lots of challenges and you can solve as much as you want with any language you want. I think that's cool enough. When do we fill out the credentials? So fill it out on the internship acceptance form. Check your mail. I think you should have received it. Oh, selection of teammates. Watch out. The instructions for that to be passed. Whatever you choose, it's enough. It's enough. It's just for 4 weeks. You only need this password for 4 weeks, so it doesn't matter. What is the duration of the meeting? Which meeting? This meeting is going to end in 6 minutes anyway, so password refuse. No, 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 no. You are going to create an account here. You can use the same password anyways, up to you. But you are going to create a separate account here. Will you please provide a link for the advanced one where we can publish it? Yeah, definitely. Just watch out on our LinkedIn on our social media channels. We would also, if you don't unsubscribe from our mailing list, you can also get informed when we release it. So yeah. What about we that have created accounts on all platforms? Can we still edit to a single name if you made use of double name? Yeah. I mean, the username is a single name. There was no way you could have used double. On Slack, you just have to correct it to single name. That's all. Please share the link for this course. It's not visible on my dashboard. Really? Okay, it's been resolved. How do we get groups? Watch out. Instructions will come very soon. I think for the first week, I'm not sure we have teams. You are working alone. Cloud, almost. When you get to submit projects, you get it. Don't worry. And part of it is already on the because it's already been connected to the cloud. The fact that you can code Python and R on the working space. Mm, no, 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 no. We will get the best time that works for a lot of people. We know we can't get the best time for everybody, but we'll get the best time that works for a lot of people. And then you can get recordings afterwards. We have to publish the project. No, no, you don't have to, but it's an option. You can publish on Substack because the projects you are working on are good, so good. They are offshoots from, for example, Nature publications. But because it's already out, it's no longer novel, like scientists will say. So we encourage you to publish on Substack just to have a form of reference to it. Yeah, 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 on GitHub, definitely. Thank you, Richard. This is the best thing to do. That's from Melton. You can definitely, I joined the call a bit. Yeah, the recordings will be available. What about, I think I've responded to this. This is how do we get the recordings of each meeting? Slack. Yeah, that's the keyword. So all communications, all will be on Slack. Also, I understand there are stages 5 to 7. Oh, okay. You mean that's a mistake. So the thing is there is no free option this time around. We are unable to support it. We are very sorry. We used to get some support, but some of our funders are unable to at this time. Some people actually supported. I think we have about 12 to 15 people that are being sponsored on the internship because they were alumni from a school, but we don't have like global coverage scholarships for everybody. So that's why we are unable to support. So the stage 0 to 4 is already premium. Don't worry. It's already premium. Don't worry. 5 to 7, there is no 5 to 7. It's already premium. Please, what is the workspace for the program? I was logged out on that point. Maybe you watch the video again. The workspace is Slack, and further information will be passed on Slack. Don't worry. No, no, no. Is the meeting scheduled for tomorrow, also at the same time as today? No, no, no. We would ask you guys for the best time possible, okay? Are you going to teach us how cloud computing? Sorry, this is not a cloud computing internship, unfortunately. It's just it's just to learn how to code. Yeah, it's just beginners. Please, what are week 1 activities? They will be shared very soon. Calm down, calma, okay? For the first week, we are going to take only the courses, right? No, you are going to take courses and you are going to take solve projects. It's as unbelievable as that. Oh, thank you, Richard, for this. You recommend we pick one, but what if you want to do both languages? Yeah, let's start and see if you can combine the two. I think that's a very good uh, sarcasm. What are the skills you are getting in the internship? How to code in R and Python. That's just how to code. That's just the skills you learn. But then you learn to code as a life scientist. You'll be solving life science problems, right? Not problems in the energy sector, not problems in insurance, not problems. the World Economic Forum is facing, but problems that life scientists like you and I are facing. Yeah, because so the calendar did not mention the time for the classes because we ask you for the best time, okay? Not because we can say 6 p.m., but maybe only two people are able to join. So, Adedayo, Adeboye, yeah, are we allowed to pick a course on the internship dashboard? Yes, please pick one already. If you want to go for Python, go for it. If you want to go for R, go for it. Just launch and start. It doesn't record whether you are taking one or you are not taking one. Just start. There's no restrictions. That's the keyword. There are no restrictions, no filters. So you can pick and you can keep on learning. If you want to take comments, mark, task on variables, concatenate, task, keep on learning. Okay? Don't worry. It's we are here to always help you. And yeah, I think I took a lot of questions. If you have more questions, maybe you should ask on the workspace. Yes, you get individual certificates if you take the two. So for Unilag 300 level students, you can enroll, okay? You can set everything ready and you can just go because you need to go and prepare for exams. Afterwards, so we already told, we'll pass more information about this very soon, but we already told you it's just 300 level students and you enroll. Once you're enrolled, once you sign up to Slack and you create your account on the learning space, that's all. The rest is just until you guys come back. Yes, you would have access, Juliana. You would have access. Yes, Michael, you would have access to mentorship. Yeah. Okay, for now, I will stop here. For now, I will stop here. And sorry. So for Samuel, I'll just take this last question. Samuel, is the internship for 5 weeks? No, is you just have four stages, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Remove the fourth one. Okay. Thanks everybody. It's been nice meeting you guys. I'm really happy for the turnout, and I hope that we learn a lot of coding. We solve a lot of codes. We write a lot of codes. GitHub fuels you that some interesting young scientists are pushing a lot of codes to us, and from there we see we see how we take on to the next levels of our careers. Thanks everybody, and see you on Slack. The task for the first stage will be dropping very, very soon. Okay, bye.